Hello, friends. Sleep Tight Stories, Sleep Tight Relax, and Sleep Tight Science are now available to play on Story Button, the device that makes it easy to listen to our shows and more without having to use a phone or tablet. This month, you can save $10 at storybutton.com when you use the code SLEEPTIGHT. Story Button, the home of imagination. Hello, I'm Sheryl, and welcome to Sleep Tight Relax, a cozy bedtime show designed for kids, but perfect for sleepers of all ages. So snuggle up, get comfy, and let's drift into a peaceful bedtime together. Tonight, we have a special treat. Our version of a classic story which we've renamed The Golden Bird and the Fox. In this story, King Roland's golden apples are mysteriously stolen each night by a golden bird. After 2 failed attempts by the gardener's oldest sons to catch the thief, the youngest son, Leo, discovers the bird and sets out on a quest to capture it. Along the way, he meets a clever fox named Theo, who offers him valuable advice. While Leo's brothers ignore the fox's wisdom and become distracted, Leo follows Theo's guidance and faces a series of challenges to find the golden bird, a magical horse, and Princess Elara. With Theo's help, Leo learns important lessons about trust, patience, and making wise decisions. However, his brother's betrayal complicates his journey, forcing Leo to rely on his growing wisdom and Theo's support to make things right. Before we talk about the lessons from Leo's adventure, let's take a moment to settle in and relax. We can do this by focusing on breathing together. Gently take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs with peaceful, calming air. Hold it for a few seconds, and then slowly release the breath out through your mouth, letting any stress or worry float away. As you breathe in, imagine filling your whole body with calm, peaceful energy. And as you exhale, picture yourself letting go of anything that feels heavy or distracting. Take a few more deep breaths, paying attention to how your body feels with each one. Notice how your belly rises and falls with every gentle breath. Imagine the air you breathe in is cool and fresh, like you're in a quiet forest or a peaceful park. Feel how your body softens with each exhale. Now, after your final breath out, notice how calm and relaxed you feel. Remember, big belly breaths are a simple way to feel more peaceful and centered whenever you need it. Imagine you're setting out on an adventure. It could be a trip to a new place, or maybe it's a challenge you're facing at school. As exciting as that journey might be, it's also full of decisions. Some easy, and some that make you stop and think. At every step, we make choices, and the best choices often come from slowing down, listening carefully, and learning from our experiences. One of the most important things we can do on any journey is listen to wise advice. It's easy to think we can figure everything out on our own, but the truth is, we don't have to. There are people around us, friends, teachers, family, who can help guide us when things get tricky. Sometimes, listening to advice feels like giving up control, but it's really about gaining wisdom from those who might see things differently. They've faced challenges before, just like we're facing now. So when someone offers guidance, take a moment to really listen. It could be the very thing that helps you avoid a mistake or leads you in a new direction you hadn't considered. Everyone makes mistakes. Even the most prepared, thoughtful people will stumble now and then. Maybe you've worked really hard on a project, but something doesn't go the way you expected. Or perhaps you say something that hurts a friend, even though you didn't mean to. When mistakes happen, it's easy to feel frustrated or upset. But mistakes aren't the end of the story. Think of mistakes as stepping stones. They're there to help you grow, not hold you back. What matters most is how you respond to them. Instead of focusing on what went wrong, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This is how you turn a mistake into a lesson. It might be the next time you approach the situation differently or use a new strategy. The important thing is to not give up or be too hard on yourself. Learning from mistakes is part of becoming wise and understanding the world around you better. Along with listening and learning from mistakes, one of the most powerful tools we carry with us is kindness and compassion. These are the invisible strengths that help us connect with others, understand their feelings, and make the world a better place, one kind act at a time. Think about a time when someone showed you kindness. Maybe they helped you when you were feeling down or stood up for you when you needed support. That warm feeling inside is what kindness brings, and the more we share it, the stronger it becomes. Showing kindness isn't always easy, especially when someone has hurt us or we're feeling frustrated. But when we choose to be compassionate, even in those difficult moments, we're choosing to build a bridge of understanding. It's not about ignoring how we feel, but about choosing to treat others with respect and care, even when it's hard. And here's the secret. Kindness doesn't just help others. It helps us too. When we practice kindness, we feel lighter, more connected, and more at peace. It's like planting a seed that grows into something beautiful, both inside us and in the world around us. Finally, let's talk about patience. This one can be tough, especially when you want something to happen right away. We all have moments where we want to rush ahead, whether it's finishing a project quickly, reaching a goal, or even solving a problem with a friend. But patience reminds us that some things take time. Sometimes The best outcomes appear when we slow down, take a deep breath, and let things unfold at their own pace. Being patient means understanding that not everything will happen exactly when or how we want it to. It's okay to wait, and it's okay for things to take time. In fact, some of the most rewarding experiences come after we've given them room to grow. Patience also helps us make better decisions because it allows us to think things through, consider different possibilities, and respond mindfully instead of reacting too quickly. In moments of frustration, practicing patience can feel like a superpower. It gives us the chance to pause and look at the situation from a fresh perspective. If something doesn't work out right away, it doesn't mean it never will. By being patient, we learn to trust the process and ourselves. So, what does all of this mean as you go about on your own adventures, whether big or small? It means that as you navigate challenges, you'll carry with you the wisdom of listening to advice, learning from mistakes, showing kindness, and being patient. These aren't just lessons for stories or school. They're tools that help us in everyday life, whether we're facing a tough decision, helping a friend, or trying something new for the first time. Now that we've explored the importance of listening, learning from mistakes, showing kindness, and practicing patience, let's see how these lessons come to life in a story. In our story, The Golden Bird and the Fox, you'll follow a young boy named Leo who, like all of us, faces challenges that test his choices. As he journeys to find the elusive golden bird, he learns these very lessons, discovering that wisdom isn't just about solving problems. It's about how we treat others and how we grow along the way. The Golden Bird and the Fox. Once upon a time, there was a king named Roland who had a beautiful garden. In this garden stood a tree that bore golden apples. Each time the apples ripened, one would mysteriously disappear at night. Furious at the theft, King Roland ordered the royal gardener Henry to watch over the tree and discover the thief. Henry sent his eldest son, Oliver, to guard the tree. But at midnight, Oliver grew tired and fell asleep, and by morning, another apple had vanished. The next night, Henry sent his second son, Peter. Yet Peter, too, dozed off at midnight, and when dawn broke, another apple was missing. Finally, Henry's youngest son, Leo, volunteered to stand guard. Although his father worried for Leo's safety, he reluctantly agreed. As the clock struck 12, Leo heard a soft rustling in the air. Looking up, he saw a magnificent golden bird swooping down to snatch an apple. Without hesitation, Leo shot an arrow, but it missed the bird and only knocked a golden feather from its tail before the creature flew away. The next morning, Leo brought the feather to King Roland. The council marveled at the feather, declaring it more valuable than all the treasures in the kingdom. But King Roland, obsessed with the bird, said, "One feather is not enough. I must have the entire bird." Determined to find the golden bird, Leo's eldest brother Oliver set out on a quest. After traveling for some time, he came across a wise fox named Theo, sitting by the edge of the woods. "Do not shoot me," the fox said, as Oliver raised his bow. "I know what you seek. If you follow my advice, I can help you." "What advice could a fox possibly give me?" Oliver scoffed and shot an arrow at Theo. But the arrow missed, and Theo disappeared into the woods. Oliver continued his journey and reached a village with 2 inns. One was grand, filled with music and laughter. The other was humble and quiet. Ignoring the fox's warning, Oliver entered the lively inn and soon forgot all about the golden bird. When Oliver failed to return, Peter set off to find the bird. He too met the fox, and Theo repeated his advice about choosing the simple inn. But when Peter saw his brother enjoying the comforts of the grand inn, he was easily tempted and joined Oliver, forgetting his quest as well. After more time passed and neither brother returned, Leo insisted on seeking the golden bird himself. His father, though worried, eventually allowed him to go. As Leo approached the woods, he met the fox Theo, just as his brothers had. But unlike them, Leo thanked the fox for his advice and promised to follow it. "Sit upon my tail," said Theo, "and I will carry you swiftly to your destination." Leo did as he was told, and Theo sped over hills and valleys so quickly that Leo's hair whistled in the wind. They reached the village by evening, where Leo saw the 2 inns. Remembering Theo's advice, Leo went to the humble inn and slept soundly. In the morning, Theo met Leo again and said, "Your journey is not over. Go forward until you reach a castle guarded by sleeping soldiers. Do not disturb them. Inside the castle, you will find the golden bird in a wooden cage. Nearby is a beautiful golden cage, but take care not to place the bird in the golden cage, or you will regret it." Leo nodded and rode on. As he entered the castle, everything was just as Theo had described. The soldiers lay fast asleep. He found the golden bird in a plain wooden cage, and nearby, the dazzling golden cage. But as Leo held the bird in his hands, he thought, "Why bring such a magnificent creature back in a shabby cage?" Ignoring Theo's advice, Leo placed the bird in the golden cage. Instantly, the bird let out a piercing cry, waking the guards. Leo was seized and brought before King Darius, the ruler of the castle. "You have tried to steal my bird," King Darius thundered. "For this crime, you shall be severely punished, unless you bring me the golden horse that runs faster than the wind." Discouraged, Leo left the castle, unsure how to find the golden horse. But as he wandered through the woods, Theo reappeared. "You see what happens when you don't listen to my advice?" Theo said kindly. "But I will still help you. The golden horse is in a nearby castle. you will find it with a groom sleeping beside it. Take the horse, but use the old leather saddle next to it. Do not touch the golden saddle." Once again, Leo followed the fox's advice. However, when he saw the horse, its beauty dazzled him, and he thought, "How can I put this noble creature in an old leather saddle?" Ignoring Theo's warning, Leo picked up the golden saddle. At once, the groom woke up and sounded the alarm. Leo was captured again and brought before the court, where he was sentenced to a severe punishment unless he could bring back the beautiful Princess Elara. As Leo walked through the forest, feeling more discouraged than ever, Theo reappeared. "You didn't follow my advice again," Theo said gently, "but I will help you once more." Theo explained that Princess Elara would be walking to the bathhouse at midnight. "You must meet her, but do not let her go back to say farewell to her family, no matter how much she pleads." At midnight, Leo met Princess Elara as she walked to the bathhouse. The princess agreed to leave with him, but as they neared the edge of the grounds, she begged, "Please let me say goodbye to my family." Though Leo remembered Theo's warning, he couldn't bear to see her so sad. Against his better judgment, he allowed her to return to her family. The moment she did, the guards woke up, and Leo was captured once again. Leo was brought before King Darius again. This time, he was tasked with an impossible challenge: to remove an enormous hill that blocked the king's view of the sea within 8 days. For 7 days, Leo worked tirelessly, but made little progress. On the 7th night, Theo came to him and said, "Sleep now. I will do the work for you." When Leo woke the next morning, the hill was gone. King Darius was astonished and had no choice but to let Leo go, granting him the princess, the golden horse, and the golden bird. However, as Leo prepared to leave, Theo offered one final piece of advice. "Take the princess and the horse, but do not trust your brothers, and do not sit by the river." Leo promised to listen, but as he made his way home with the princess and the golden horse, he found his brothers, Oliver and Peter, about to be punished for their misdeeds. Leo's kind heart could not bear to see them in trouble, so he paid to set them free. On the way home, Oliver and Peter suggested they rest by the river. Though Leo remembered Theo's warning, he agreed. As soon as they sat down, his brothers betrayed him, taking the horse, the bird, and the princess, and leaving Leo behind. Leo fell into the riverbank, bruised but alive. Soon Theo appeared once again. "I warned you about your brothers," he said, helping Leo up, "but I will still help you make things right." Disguising himself as a poor traveler, Leo made his way to King Roland's court. As soon as he entered, the golden horse began to eat, the bird began to sing, and Princess Elara stopped crying. King Roland noticed this and questioned Leo. Upon learning the truth of his brother's betrayal, the king had Oliver and Peter punished. Leo was rewarded with the princess's hand in marriage, and in time, he became the king. One day, as Leo walked through the forest, Theo appeared for the last time. "Now that all is well, I ask one favor," Theo said. "Please release me from the magic that binds me." Leo was confused but trusted his friend. Theo revealed that he had been under a spell, trapped in the form of a fox for many years. Leo, with his kindness and compassion, had unknowingly helped break the spell. With a simple touch, Theo transformed into a prince, Princess Elara's long-lost brother. Together, Leo, Princess Elara, and her brother, the once cursed fox, ruled the kingdom, their hearts full of the wisdom they had gained through their adventures. If you're still awake, it's the perfect time to whisper something kind to yourself. Take a deep breath, and in your mind or in a soft voice, say these gentle words. Because when we speak kindly to ourselves, especially before bed, it fills our dreams with positivity and invites good things into our lives, helping us feel happy and at peace. I learn from my mistakes and become stronger each day. I am patient and trust that good things take time. I choose kindness, even when it's not easy. I treat others with compassion and respect. I can always ask for help when I need guidance. I am calm, relaxed, and peaceful. Good night. Sleep tight.